What's going on YouTube, man? Today is Monday. I lose track of my days here. Today is Monday. I'm still in Nicaragua, for those of you who are still asking. Yeah, still here. One thing I want to talk about is this. We as Americans, or anybody that's living and breathing right now, has been touched by this economic breakdown that we've had. But I've always been a firm believer of only try to tackle the things that you have control over. So today, we're going to dedicate some time in our lives to try to take care of one big thing, I think, that is draining money out of our bank account like a vacuum cleaner. I mean, it is sucking us dry. And what I'm talking about right now is a car. Now, there's some of you out there, right? Before I point the finger at you, let me point the finger at myself first. Now, I used to be one. I had a GT Mustang, a nice GT Mustang. You can hear me coming down the road, But at that time, I was paying something like $400 a month or something like that. This was a long time ago. That was back in my dark ages right there, my dark years, my ignorant years, is like what I like to say, And I was spending about $400 a month. Waste of money. Then I got on board and I've learned some things, and now, since that time, I have never had a car payment. Now, there's some of you right now who have a car payment that you can't afford to pay. It's sucking you dry, right? Because think about it. There's a lot of us out there right now. The only reason we have the particular car that we have right now is because of what other people may think of us. I had this conversation with one of my old classmates last night, and we were talking about, he had mentioned how he wanted a vehicle. And I was like, okay. Then when he said he wanted that vehicle, he said, I want this vehicle, but I asked him, what is the real reason why you want this vehicle? And then, long story short, basically what he said was, it's to attract the women. It's to let people know that, hey, here I am. You see, and that doesn't just translate into cars. That translates into clothes. That translates into materialistic things we have. And that behavior keeps us buying and buying and buying and buying. So my challenge is you today is to correct that. If you have a car, try your best to pay it off as soon as possible and never have a car payment again. And here's another question some people have. Well, I don't want to buy a lemon. Okay. The last car I just purchased was $4,800. Okay. 2005 model car, and I bought it from a guy who buys from auction. The car was wrecked at one time, and basically I bought it from a guy who buys at auctions. He fixed it, and it runs like a champ. I don't have to watch my bank account, watch money just go each time, every month to pay for a vehicle. Don't have to do it. And plus, guys, the main thing is a car is a bad investment. Anything you put money toward and it depreciates, as soon as you drive off the lot, not years, not days, as soon as you drive off the car lot. And that's another thing in The Millionaire Next Door. It talks about that people with money, real people with money, do not buy brand new cars. They wait until the idiot buys it first, brand new, and then once it loses its value, then they go in and buy it, but they pay for it cash money. So guys, if you want to know why you don't have an extra $300, $400, $500 a month to save towards your retirement future so you can be successful, go outside and look at that thing that's parked in your driveway. That could be preventing you from being successful. But a lot of us, we only have these vehicles. We're broke. Our bank account has nothing in it, and we're out there driving cars to look impressive in front of the people, to make it look like I have a Mercedes-Benz, I have a BMW, but I'm broke as hell I'm really a broke person, but I like to look like I have money. That's been the problem with Americans for quite some time. So if you really want to be comfortable, if you really want to show up your friends, buy a car you can afford. Be different than them. That's my challenge. So for all of them, like, what does Abdul think about the cars? I believe buy one you can afford. Of course, when you're buying a car, if you know a mechanic, have the transmission and the engine and things like that taken care of first, to make sure that there's no damage in that. And get a car that's reliable and gets you from point A to point B. And who cares what people think about your car, your vehicle, whatever. As long as you can afford it and you can get where you need to go, that's all that counts. So until next time, signing off.